Welcome to Hamilton County TV. I'm Perry Williams. Today we're at the mill at Noblesville. Coach Scott McCelland, how are you, Coach?
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Good to see you again. We were here, Hamilton County TV. I guess it was last weekend with that big, great Noblesville holiday tournament, and broadcast 12 boys games, and then the girls had a game on each end, so we did 14 games in the mill last week. We didn't broadcast all, but we did the video and then took some of the games off the PA, and then of course I did all the Miller games. But I thought you played well in that tournament. You're sitting here 4-5. You already had a game this week that you had a good chance at the end to win against Pike. But let's talk a little bit about you've been through a lot of adversity here, had to cancel a few games, had some sickness, which is part of what we're seeing right now, and it's hard to predict those. So let's talk a little bit about your take on the season so far.
Well, I think obviously some unfortunate situations, with the sickness. 3 games there, Westfield, Hamilton Heights, and Marion, all postponed and changed due to just different illness. We're in a different time right now with sickness, and fortunately for us, we didn't have any COVID issues, but we did have some other, some flu and mono and things of that nature. So obviously, the health and well-being of everybody's the most important thing. So we were able to battle through that. Got to the holiday tournament. I thought we played pretty well against Ron Colley the first half, and really did some nice things in the third quarter. I thought in the fourth quarter they kind of, I thought we lost our legs, and I thought they picked up there. They hit some shots, got a little bit tougher, and made a little run at us. We were able to weather the storm. We unfortunately against Chesterton kind of got off to a rocky start, spotted them 9, and then played them even the next 3 quarters, and I think they have one of the better teams in the state. And had a nice come from behind win against Crown Point. Still battling some sickness a little bit. We've been out, we've missed a guy here or there. I really thought and told the boys after the tournament, I thought if we could get everybody healthy, we were right there on the cusp of kind of getting this thing rolling. Went over to Pike, played some really good basketball, and unfortunately, in the third quarter we got a little stagnant. Took a couple rush shots to start the game, but in the third quarter, credit them, they made some plays. We didn't necessarily play with a lot of poise and composure, and ended up losing that game. But I thought at times we played very well. So we're kind of sitting at that 4-5, 500 mark, and I think if we could really get everybody healthy on the same page and try to improve and get a couple things shored up, we've got a chance to maybe get on a little bit of a roll. But obviously we got right now, the big thing is getting us cleaned up, and then taking care of Muncie Central on Saturday night, and kind of going from there. I thought the holiday tournament was really a good thing. I thought it was very well run. I thought our administration did a great job, and I thought the talent, the balance of teams and the talent of teams was really, really good, and I look forward to being a part of that next year too.
And the one thing about it I've always thought was really great about that's that mid point there, holiday tournament, that you get to simulate a little bit of come tournament time in March, and that really helps a lot to play those more than one game in a day.
Yeah, for sure.
Those different type of things. So that I'm a big fan of that tournament, and hats off to the administration for doing an excellent job bringing some good teams in here.
Yeah, it's very well run, great teams, very well coached teams. I thought every there were several really good players amongst the 8 teams, and just thought it was a first-class event. And obviously next year we're looking forward to hopefully winning it. We finished third, not what any of us wanted, but we certainly didn't embarrass ourselves by any means, and I thought we grew from just playing the competition and the different style of teams that maybe we normally face on a regular basis just in our regular season schedule.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, with you having 4 and 5 right now, 9 games, so you probably got about 13 or 14 more games left here. Of course, you got some big conference games and some teams that are very well coached and have been good teams in the past. That's one thing about it here in Noblesville. You play a pretty good schedule, so you can't sleep anytime.
No, there's no gimmies, and every team's good. Every team's well coached. Every team seems to have just one really, really good player, if not 2 or 3. I mean, the list goes on. Carmel, Zionsville, Westfield. I mean, Pike. It just doesn't stop. So. I think the big thing where we're at kind of over Christmas holiday, it needs to be kind of about us, cleaning us up and getting some things finished and fixed. And I think if we can do that, keep everybody healthy and get everybody back to 100%, I think the other thing is this group kind of just needs a signature win. One of those wins that, over maybe somebody they haven't beat in a while, and one of those programs that you're talking about. And, who knows what kind of confidence that could give our team and our program. And but, I think we showed on Tuesday night we've made some strides. We're getting better. We've played some good basketball. I mean, quite frankly, I think we as coaches are obviously very disappointed in the outcome of the game, but certainly there were some things to build off of, and we just got to continue to try to improve and clean us up, and use the next game as a way to get better, an opportunity, and so you're ultimately playing your best basketball going the first week of March.
Yeah, I think that's really a key. We've seen times in the past that basketball teams which peak too early, and that's something that you're always concerned about. With you being this first year here, and them getting used to you and you getting used to them, and it was one thing we talked off the air a little bit of different styles of how different coaches have different types of practice, and you being at Noblesville for a while, that you were around there a lot, and so everybody knew the terminology.
Sure.
It made the practice much quicker.
Right.
Now you have to do a lot of explanations.
Yeah, it is. That's probably been an adjustment you take for granted. Kids have been doing the same thing for 5-6 years and grow up in it in the junior high, and even the littlest thing like a shooting drill, and you say whatever the name of the shooting drill is, the kids have to stop and think back, oh yeah, and then so those are things that you just don't necessarily, you forget, you take for granted when they're in the same program. So when you're 39-40 practices in, there's still going to be some of that in your first year. But like I said, we're in a spot right now. I think if we can clean us up and try to improve on some things, we got a chance to maybe get on a little bit of a roll here.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about, most of the people know the varsity and everything, but you're having some good success with your JV and freshman team, and there's some good kids there.
There are. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think our JV is 4-2 right now. Had 2 nice wins at Fishers, at Pike. Those kids every day come in and just battle and compete and really give us a great look during practice. And Coach Hoffman's done a really good job with them, and Coach Hendrickson and Coach Mason, who are also on the varsity staff, really do a good job of making sure those guys are giving us a good look every day. They've played well. Nolan Decker, I think, has really played well. I thought TJ Davidson, a freshman kid, has played well, jumping from the 8th grade to JV basketball. Aiden Brewer's made some big plays, and we've had multiple contributions from different kids. Freshmen, I think they're off to a 5-2 start, 4-2. Had a couple nice wins, at Pike too. Obviously it's exciting when those younger kids are doing well, because ultimately that's a little bit of your foundation, and if they can establish some of that success and then roll it over and they're giving you good looks and buying into what you're trying to do, it really can be a solid set, a foundation for the entire program.
Sounds good, Coach. And of course, I want to wish you the best of luck at this weekend going to Muncie Central. That's the one thing too. This schedule, you played a lot of away games. Outside of those 3 games in the holiday tournaments, you haven't been home much.
No, we haven't, and obviously that's it is what it is, and but yeah, we do have some home games this second half of the season here. We played Lawrence North at home, and because of our cancellation, we lost a home game, which will get made up. But hopefully, like I said, the road games here early have, hopefully they've made us a little bit tougher and, put us in positions where we don't necessarily have that home court advantage and things like that. But, the schedule is what it is, and you got to play. And every night, you're gonna play a really good team, a really well coached team that's usually got 1, if not 2 or 3 really, really good players.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, and I know that you just finished up with practice and all those things. So I appreciate you taking time out, sitting down and talking to us, and we're looking forward because, Hamilton County TV will have a big run here on home games, so I'll get to see the Millers a lot here towards the end of the season. So we're looking forward to having Westfield and Southeastern here, conference teams at home. So those are good things.
Yeah. So thank you. Happy New Year. Appreciate all you guys do for high school basketball.
Thank you.
Thank you.